What's up, everyone? Welcome to another pickups video. I have been slowly working on the new game room. I got a couple new shelves up, and I am currently sitting in the middle of an aisleway between some rows of shelves. The new game room, the way I want it to be set up is sort of like a library where you have at least a few rows of shelving that you'll peruse up and down instead of having all the shelving against the walls like I've had in my past game rooms. At least that's the plan. It's going very slow because we've had some new homeowner issues. Within the first week of living in this house, we started having some bad plumbing problems, and we're still dealing with it. We're probably going to be dealing with it for the next couple weeks because there's a good chance we might have to have some of the piping replaced. So really fun. That means that this is going to be a slow project, unfortunately, because I don't even know exactly the extent of the sewage problems and how much work it's going to actually be. So anyways, hopefully I don't have to tear down the fucking game room and start over again after we tear up the floor. That would be fun. Anyways, let's get into this pickups video. It is not a garage sale video because I did not make it to a single garage sale. It was raining all day long today on Saturday. Actually started raining late last night a little bit and then just rained all day. So I went to some pawn shops and actually had some pretty decent finds. And then earlier in the week, actually this past Monday, I went to a guy's house, and it was after work. It was like 10:30 at night, or actually 10 o'clock at night. I was there for about an hour until 11 o'clock going through bins that he had pulled out of his shed, and picked up quite a few things, lots of systems, so we'll get to that towards the end. And of course, right in the middle of this video, I will do a random game giveaway for this week. So let's get started. First, like I said, rainy, didn't go to any garage sales. I didn't see any signs for any active garage sales. Left the house pretty late in the day. I went to a new pawn shop that I've never been to because this part of town that we're living in now, I'm closer to some pawn shops that I just never made it to. They were always just a little too far away for me to really venture out that far. But I did pick up at this new one that I've never been to for $5 a copy of Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, complete on the DS. They had a decent amount of games and systems. Felt, really picked through for the most part, but I did see some other titles that were priced sort of right on the border of, making sense to pick up. So I'll probably go back in there, more frequently. The staff seemed really nice, so hopefully that's a good sign for, future pickups there. And then the other pawn shops I went to were ones that I go to all the time. This one, I was surprised to see some retro stuff at. They usually just have 360, PS3, and newer things. Most pawn shops, at least around here, don't really have a lot of retro, but this one in particular, I've never really seen anything retro at. And I picked up South Park Rally on the 64. All these games were $3 each. Akari Warriors 2, Victory Road, Metal Gear, and then Taz Escape from Mars, complete on the Genesis. Cyborg Justice, complete. And this is kind of interesting. I believe this would be Canadian version for the US. This is the same cover art that the PAL version also had of Sonic the Hedgehog over in Europe. It does not have the manual, unfortunately. It would have been one of the long manuals that went in here. But on the card, it even says, not for resale. I like that cover art. It's cool cover art, but it's just an alternate cover. It's not the normal one that we would have received just normally down in the States. So this, and it also has a bunch of different languages on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe 8 different languages that the information is in. So all those were $3 each. Thought that was a pretty decent find. They had a copy of 1942 on the NES that for some reason, I guess the store manager thought was a $40 game. He had said, he had told the employees, I'm going to put this on eBay, it's going for $40. I was like, all right, that's fine. I'd be interested in it, but it doesn't go for that. And they're like, yeah, sorry, I can't do anything because that's what the store manager said. And I was like, all right, that's fine. Goes for about $10 maybe on average. So we'll see if they sell that for $40 in the future. If not, I'm sure it'll still be there. Then this was a really good find. This is the pawn shop I get usually most of my good newer game finds at. For $10 each, I can always, or you usually pick up PS4 and Xbox One titles. I got a big old stack of PS4 games for $10 each. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Grand Theft Auto 5, Mortal Kombat X, The Crew, Zombie Army Trilogy, Dying Light, another copy of Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and The Last of Us. And then these were $5 a piece. Family Guy, Back to the Multiverse. I actually didn't own that, so I'm going to hang on to that one. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and Soul Calibur 5. My normal person I deal with there wasn't there today, and she actually wasn't there last week either, so I was like, oh man, why is she not working on Saturdays anymore? But I was talking to one of the newer employees, who I think's, a member of management. She was very nice. She recognized me from coming in, at least for the last couple weeks, and I introduced myself and said, hey, I usually deal with so-and-so. I buy games. I come in and try to, buy more than a couple to get a good deal, and I think she understood that, obviously, since she went ahead and gave them to me for $10 a piece. I spent a decent amount of money in there today, even though these were, obviously a really good deal, but they still, made over $100 sale off me. So that was a great find. And then I got this is a different store, Genesis Model 3 with a 6-button controller, and the hookup cables are in this bag. That was $15. A copy of NES Remix, the Wii U version, not the 3DS version. This game is super fun. If you haven't played it, pick it up. Old NES titles with obvious remix parts in them, characters that shouldn't be there, things like that. This is a lot of fun, so definitely pick that up. That was $5. And then this was also $5. The Warriors on the PS2. I haven't had a copy for a while for like sale or trade. I did not know that this was going now for like around $30. I think the last time I had it, it was maybe like in the $15, $20 range, so that one has definitely jumped up in price. All right, now I guess it is time for the random game giveaway. So we got Snaggle Fruits. Mr. Tickle, he's going to sit this one out because I have a hammer from building these new shelves, and it's going to go on Snaggle Fruits' head for the drum roll. So here we go. The winner of this week's random game on whatever system they want is 77 Gamer. Congratulations. Thank you for watching. Please send me a personal message either here on YouTube or on the Facebook fan page. The Facebook link is in the About section down below. Let me know what system you want the game to be on and your shipping address, and I'll try to have it out in the next week or two. I am behind on shipping games out. Technically, I'm 2 weeks behind now, so I will get those out in the next few days. I apologize. But hey, guess what? There's another game giveaway starting right now. All you have to do is be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment down below. Comment can be about whatever you want. This week's suggestions, hell, since I just ate a bowl of cereal right before I did this video, what's your favorite cereal? Mine is Cocoa Krispies, and followed probably by like, I don't know, Frosted Flakes, maybe Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Those are some of my favorite ones, the unhealthy ones. I also like Crispecks, and those are fairly healthy. So anyways, that's your suggestion. You can leave a comment about whatever you want, doesn't matter. Just be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment down below. You have until 11:59 p.m. Friday Eastern Standard Time to enter, and the winner is always announced in the following pickups video. That's it. That's all you have to do. All right, now for... Oh, wait, I want to mention... I think we're less than 50 subscribers away as of right now, or somewhere right around there, to get 40,000 subscribers on the channel. So we're super, super damn close. So hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, this deal, if you watched the last VGS episode, Video Game Sellers episode, right at the beginning, I picked up some really good games, some Dreamcast titles like Project Justice and Power Stone 2, a few other items from a guy who used to have garage sales. I went to his garage sales all the time. He had a massive amount of games, the most games I've ever seen at a garage sale for sale. He knows what he has. He prices them pretty fair, usually right around or right below like the average selling price on eBay. So the idea is, though, if you buy more than 1 or 2 items, he'll give you a good deal. And in the past, well, now I guess I've done 3. This is the 4th big purchase from him, and he knocks a bunch of money off. We always come to an agreement pretty quick, so I definitely appreciate it. He's probably watching because he watches the video, so thank you for another good deal, man. First off, systems. I got a decent amount of systems here. We have a Super Nintendo. Everything, I'm not going to show you all the hookup cables for everything, but everything came with its hookup cables, and in fact, there was like 1 extra RF and one extra AV cable, I think, for like the retro Nintendo systems. So a pretty clean Super Nintendo. 2 controllers. Controllers are a little chewed on, you might be able to tell. Then a 6-button Genesis controller. I'll tell you how much this whole lot is at the end. We have a 360 black controller, some off-brand GameCube memory cards, which these ones I've never even seen or had. These little tiny 4 megabyte ones. Then a couple of GBA games. Yoshi's Island. This one actually came with its manual, which is not sitting next to me right now. This one, Gundam Force on the, or SD Gundam Force, sorry, on the Game Boy Advance. I didn't have that in my collection, so I'm hanging on to that one. A copy of Duke Nukem 0 Hour. A couple of NES games. Bionic Commando, very fun title. And then this one I had to do a little bit of repair to. Vice Project Doom. The label was like peeling up on the top, so I very carefully glued it back down. Did a pretty damn good job. It has one little like nick in it that I really couldn't take care of, but just a little bit of super glue. If you ever have a label that's coming up, very, very small amounts of glue, because you don't want it to spill out over the edge or sort of bleed into the actual label, like the artwork on the label. It is not easy. Sometimes gluing labels down can be a bitch. You can use different types of glue. You don't have to use super glue, but just a teeny bit of super glue works really well instead of slathering it in Elmer's glue or whatever. Let me know your suggestion for glues on labels if you have one. Capcom Classics Collection, another one I didn't have for my collection, has a bunch of good titles on it. Street Fighter II 1942, not for 40 bucks. Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, Forgotten Worlds, Gunsmoke, Sun, Section Z, Bionic Commando, plus 8 more games and a few other ones than that. So a really cool little conglomeration of Capcom games. Super Mario 3D Land, and a copy of Pokemon Y. This did not have the case. This was just the game only, but I happen to have an extra case and manual for it. This was a nice one. A PSP Darth Vader edition. This had the charger and I believe a 2 gigabyte memory card in there. It's not in perfect shape, but it's pretty decent. I mean, it has a few little nicks and scratches on the screen, but to find PSPs, at least for me in my area, are almost impossible to find in good shape. I just can't believe how. I mean, I guess it's a fragile system. They're not made as nice as. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? There it is. I take that back. They're definitely made nice. They're not made to protect themselves as well as things like the GBA or the SP or the GBSP or the DS. You know, those systems that can close. These ones, most people just kept in their pocket, or they just beat up. And I can't believe how few I ever find that are in decent shape. They're usually just trashed, or the screen has a crack in it, or the door on the back, like this hinge, no longer even has the bars on it. They're like bent up. So my point is, it's hard to find these days a good condition PSP out in the wild. And then I got that GBA SP, which obviously is sort of like a Frankenstein system to put together, just a 001 model, and that has the charger, which again is out there. I didn't bring all the cables in. Mortal Kombat on the Genesis Complete. Not a lot of games in this lot. It was more systems. The House of the Dead Overkill on the Wii. They say fuck in this game more times than I've ever counted. I know someone has counted because I've seen a video on YouTube. But yeah, it's a lot. It's like 70-something, some crazy amount. Legend of Spyro, Dawn of the Dragon on the Wii. This was technically sealed when I got it, but the seal was ripped all down the front part, and it kind of looked like, first I was thinking like, oh my god, did someone steal the game out of it, like rip the plastic off and just pop it open a little bit to slide the game out? But luckily, no, the game was in there. Wind Waker on the Wii U. We have Super Mario Sunshine, missing the manual, Pikmin, Tai 2, Tasmanian Tiger, Bush Rescue. Just mentioning, obviously, not Pikmin 1, but Pikmin 3. Just got a reprint with a lot of other, like the Nintendo Selects games in that series. Some of the other ones were a couple of Donkey Kongs, even like Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii, Mario All-Stars on the Wii. They're still in stores. They've still been sending them out even when they've sold out, so they haven't stopped. So I recommend if you don't have a copy of like some of the more expensive ones like Pikmin 3 or Mario All-Stars on the Wii, try to go out and pick up a copy before everyone else goes out and grabs one and tries to throw them on eBay for double the price. Then we have Majora's Mask on the 64. The pins on the bottom of it had popped off and fallen inside the cart. I opened the cart up and glued the pins back in, so now it looks a lot better and doesn't rattle around. The obligatory Wii Sports Resort and Wii Sports. He had quite a few copies of these. I only grabbed one of each. He also trades stuff in, so he had plenty to still trade in on his own, because I think this went up to now $12 in trade currently, and this is like $8 in trade. We have a Sports Edition Black Dreamcast with its matching controller, and 1 and 2 extra Dreamcast controllers. It's 3 controllers altogether. We have Rumble for the Dreamcast, name brand, 1, 2, and there's a third one somewhere. There's a third VMU somewhere also. We have a GameCube, black GameCube with 3 controllers, black, indigo, and platinum. And last but not least, the N64 with expansion pack and 4 controllers with it, 2 grays, a yellow, unfortunately not the Donkey Kong banana one. Just need one more of those for my set that I'm going for, and then a atomic purple one. So that was a hell of a find with all those systems. $280 for everything, which breaks down to, at least in my mind, I was paying like $25 or so for like the Super, the 64, the Dreamcast, and then obviously all the games or whatever were about half price or so of what I would say that I would put them at price-wise. So a very good deal. Thank you again very much. I'm not sure if he wants his name said, so mystery guy, we'll call you Schmagazzlebot. There you go, that's your mystery name. Thank you all for watching. Again, enter the random game giveaway. All you have to do is be subscribed, thumbs up this video, and leave a comment down below. And I hope the plumbing problems aren't too bad and I can continue work on the game room. But I'm sure you'll have an update about that in next week's video. So I'll see you there. Love you all. Peace.